evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and your left, of course, is, as always, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hi, Val.
Hey, Glenn.
How are you?
Good, long time no see.
I know, we've really missed you guys. We've been off for the last few weeks. There's been things happening, schedule changes, and all kinds of things, but we're back to you live tonight. We're coming to you live from our beautiful studio B here at B&N TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. This is how you get to Davey and the gang in the other room. They're answering the phones and let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
With you guys, artfully. How are you?
Got some fuzzballs?
Some words I couldn't get out. I had to pull them and drag them out of my mouth. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I've had an exciting couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know you have. Thank you for being faithful friends out there. We had a show where there was a cross information. Some guests didn't show. Very disturbing. It's kind of weird. Mm-hmm. And what happened next was that then it was a holiday.
Yep.
Then there was a holiday.
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day. What did you do for Patriots Day?
Well, Patriots Day, I didn't do it on Patriots Day, but I was on a little project called Patriots Day.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking
that's right. Did you meet Mark himself?
You know, I almost walked right into him. If you count that as meeting him, yes, I met him.
That's a close encounter if you ask me.
But not exactly a formal hello, how are you?
Now, you're a part of SAG, right?
I am not.
Well, how did you get this gig? What's going on? Tell me what happened.
Yeah, they have to have a certain number of union and non-union members.
Okay. I'm
non-union. I don't really do it enough to be union. And union, I mean SAG, the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah.
So I'm a part of Boston Castings whenever they have films in the area, which they do. They have the great Patriots Day that's filming right now with Marky Mark and Kevin Bacon and John Goodman. They'll sort of shoot out an email blast, anyone in the area on these days. We'll give you the dates and location, a few hours beforehand. You go down and you're part of an awesome movie. Yeah,
part of the crowd or part of whatever. Did they snag you up for some scenes?
I was an FBI analyst specialist. So I'm in the background going through papers.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm pretty excited. And doing crosses back, looking at folders, all importantly, and pointing to things. So.
In the background?
We'll see.
That's great. Oh, that's exciting.
Maybe for like half a second you'll be watching the movie and be like,
there
she is. It's gone.
That's great. But for those couple of seconds, you were there all day.
It was a really great opportunity. It hit really close to a lot of people on set because it is about the Boston Marathon bombings and because it's still so recent. And a lot of people on set, that particular scene we were doing was a lot of like FBI people and Boston police, and there were actually a lot of people that were first responders at the actual bombing that were on set. So it was very emotional. It was, you could tell people were really proud to be there and really proud to be a part of telling that story.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, congratulations. I hope you do not end up on the editing floor.
Me too. Keep your fingers crossed for me.
Because I'm going to spend all my time watching that movie in slow motion on my DVR to make sure I see my Val go by. That's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I've got a little bit of exciting news. B&N TV has started out with collaboration with the city and with different aspects and different people around the city of Boston. We are going to be launching a new radio station.
Yes, this is so exciting.
WBCA.
Okay.
102.9 on the FM dial.
That's exciting.
We're very, very excited. It's still in the beginning stages, and I kind of begged and asked if it was okay if I kind of mentioned it, but it's been announced. The great president of B&N has announced that it's going to happen, and so I guess it's public knowledge now. But I'm not going to get to talk a little bit about this exciting news and. It's going to be Boston's community radio station. There's going to be lots of things that you're familiar with here at B&N that are going to be there. There's going to be programming that's going to be geared directly to the citizens in the communities that make up this great city of Boston of ours. There's going to be music. We're going to be featuring musicians from Boston. It's going to be something that Boston's going to be very, very proud of.
That's wonderful.
And if I had the opportunity to list the names of people that are putting their hard work and their dedication behind making this a reality, you'd be surprised.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Well, not so much a lot of blood, sweat, and tears as much as dedicated and important contributions from people who know,
nice.
From people who are in the business, who love and care about what goes on here in the city, and who have, I'm not going to call it stock in the city, I'm going to call it pride in this city. And I think this is going to be a place where people are going to be able to go to listen to the simulcasts of some of the shows you see here at BNN, and maybe some of the past productions of things that have been, some of the live music that has happened here at BNN, and as well as featuring some of the artists around the city who have done
That's awesome.
some recordings.
Are we going to have some low-budget records?
There may be some low-budget records. People, I like anybody else, is going to have to submit and put in, and there's going to be people that are going to, make sure that everything. It's going to be. It's very, very exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm proud to be kind of a little bit in the mix, because I kind of know a couple of musicians, so I'm kind of in the mix, letting them. Pushing some artists in some directions.
I'll get
but
all
we'll
my
see.
info from you then.
Get all your info from me. But I am going to say that if anybody is interested, any musicians out there that are interested in being part of this brand new adventure, they can contact me.
Okay. So if I learn how to play the ukulele,
and you get into a low-budget recording studio and record your finished piece and get it copywritten and all that, you bet.
Do you know anyone who teaches the ukulele?
I do. I'll look up in my Rolodex.
Okay.
See if I can come up with somebody that could help us out. So what else is going on new with you?
Oh, geez. I saw a great performance at actually, I might have already told you this, Providence Philharmonic a couple weeks ago. It was wonderful. There's just been so much going on. I mean, it's definitely the season for open studios. I know a lot of.
Well, we got a couple of people from the Brookline Open Studios on tonight.
I know. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
I'm glad we're having some open studios people. So many neighborhoods. I feel like all at once, there's just this rush of open studios. It's almost hard to get around to all of them.
Yeah. You can't hit them all, but I think the exciting thing, and what we'll talk about tonight when we get Peg in
Shoe Run.
up. What we'll be talking about is what is open studios? What makes it up? People hear about these open studios. Well, is it someplace I can go? Oh, we got lots to talk about that.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I'm excited for that, and we have a great musician too.
Well, Terry Kitchen is an old friend of ours, and aside from being an award-winning singer-songwriter, he's a great friend and great performer, and he's been involved in all the stuff that we get to do, in my music side of my life, and it's always great to have Terry in the room. So we're going to get to meet him again, and he's got a new album coming out. Terry Kitchen has got a brand new album.
Love that album cover.
Yes, this is great. The Post-American Century. So we're kind of excited to have Terry back. So you're going to get him to play too.
Yeah.
What else is up?
I'm getting excited for the farmers market. I was
Farmers
down in Adams
market.
Park the other day. Had my very first ice cream cone of the year.
Farmers
You
market
know where I
is
got
coming.
it? Jimmy's.
You got Jimmy. Aren't they great? Donna
They're
Cabral
awesome.
does a great job
Yeah.
down there at Jimmy's, right on Corinth Street in Rosie Square. And I love the soft serve out of there.
Yeah. I like the cotton candy. That's my favorite.
I'm a swirl guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the farmers market coming the first Saturday in June.
Yep.
And opposite people, as they always do. Great Jay Padgett from High Park are going to be opening up the live music segment, which I'm involved in, and we're looking forward to that. Big band, brass and big and boom, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be
That's
great to
awesome.
have Jay and the gang out there. So we'll put that on your calendar.
Yep. Do you have the full roster already planned
It's
out for the
booked.
whole summer?
Oh, yeah.
That
it's
was
booked.
quick.
Well, you know something, it's turned into this thing where people really want to be involved and bands really want to play. So we've got an enormous list of grateful musicians who want to play.
Yes.
And it's been a lot of fun being involved in that.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
I hope you're here for the whole year. Good. I hope you make a lot of performances.
Yes. I will.
We want to talk just for a couple seconds about the great people that help support us here and keep us on the air. We're really proud of our affiliation with the Boston Main Streets program. Boston Main Streets is that volunteer-driven organization that helps revitalize the business districts around the city. They've been doing it for over 30 years now, Rosendale being the very first project in the urban setting to do it. One of the things that they do is they work with the property owners to make sure that they have the right demographic information to put the correct business down in their storefront. Once the storefront is full with a brand new business, they work with the new people that are starting a business, some of them for the first times in their lives, the family startup, and they help them with design and how to set up their programs and how to set up all of the things that make their business profitable and good. And then there's the promotions committee, which does all of these crazy cool things like the farmers market and all of the kind of cool things that are going on. So make sure that if you see someone in a Main Streets t-shirt or jacket, thank them for Val and I, because the only reason they're doing it is because they love their community.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what else is coming up this Friday? This Friday is the talent show and dinner for the Rosendale Day Parade.
I think I saw that on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Did Janice post something about
She
that?
probably posted something about it. I'm going to be the host, and I go down there and introduce all the bands.
Mr. Rosendale
Do
himself.
all of that silly stuff that I get to do every now and then. I'm so fortunate I get to do it. But come on down on Saturday and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah, on Friday night. Friday night is this down at the St. Nectarius down in Rosendale Square. And the other thing I'm doing this weekend is I'm playing at the Right Turn in Watertown. I am playing on Saturday night. I'm opening up for Twig, which is a great, great band. I'm going to be playing a solo.
Are you playing the ukulele?
Playing the ukulele
Are
and
you
guitar.
really?
Yeah. So I'm going to be
Gotta
there.
go down, take notes.
I'm going to be there on Saturday night. Come on over to the Right Turn in Watertown and join us. It's great. The last thing before we get to our guests is this great building that we're in. We're at BNN TV. BNN TV stands for Boston Neighborhood Network Television. And what it is it's an opportunity for you to come and do programming. It's an opportunity for you to come and learn how to use Final Cut Pro. If you have a nonprofit, you can do some television production right here, like Val and I are doing right now. And if you have your nonprofit gets to talk about their business and all that, the mission statement and all that. And the other side of BNN is where people become members and access the real access. You know what? Why don't we take the channel and give it a switch over to channel 23 and see what they're doing right now over in the studio. Let's see what's going on over there.
The question occurs on the amendment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Yay.
Democracy at work is what's going on over there. But no, that's the place where people who want to take these great Final Cut Pro classes, learn how to use these cameras and stuff, can go and do their own programming.
Yes.
If you want to be involved in that, the way to do that is to go to www.bnntv.org, click on Janice Williams or
Jim Atwood.
the great Jim Atwood's name, and they'll get you all the information you need to become a member.
Yes. That was a mouthful.
It was.
Yeah.
Do you have a Val's View tonight?
Of course.
I think we're going to get right to it, okay?
All right.
Listen, gang, you're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. Don't go away because we have another great segment of Val's View. And we'll be back in very, very short time, very few seconds. We'll be right back. Thanks. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. You're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN. You're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. Davey and the staff are answering the phones in the other room. I do want to remind you that this show will be up live in just a couple of days on our YouTube station. So if you go to your YouTube channel and put in It's All About Arts and the number 1, you'll be able to see this show and all of the other shows that we've been doing over the past years. And also, please go to our Facebook page, which is It's All About Arts, and like us, please. We like to be liked. We're climbing ever so closer to many, many likes, and so we do appreciate all of the love you send us. But right now, it is time, yes it is, for the next version of Val's View. We're very, very proud of the stuff that Val does. You can see Val's View on the inside page of the City Paper, the Boston City Paper. But right now, you're going to get first-hand knowledge from the great Valerie Eliason. Val, over to you.
Well, thanks, Glenn. It's good to be back after our couple-week hiatus. There's so many amazing things going on in and around the city over the next few weeks to a month, but unfortunately we can't name all of them. We would be here until tomorrow, probably, if we did. So we have a couple great things coming up in the city of Boston for you. First off, we have Art Week Boston. Now, that's starting at the end of this week. It's going on from April 29th to May 8th. It's going on in the Boston Public Market area. So Art Week Boston combines food and art and appropriately takes place in one of the Boston, Maine food hubs, which is right around the North End and Quincy Market. So lots and lots of great places and great options for lunch, dinner, breakfast, whenever you'd like to go down there. Boston Art Week combines a lot of different artists with different local restaurants. They put on sort of unique, one-of-a-kind events and exhibitions going on during those days that you'll get to go down and see and sort of experience a great combination of food and art, and hopefully warm weather if we're lucky. So second on our list, we have the Mass Art Fashion Show. Now I know this is sort of creeped up. This spring has creeped up on us a little bit, but it's already that time of year for graduation. So May 14th at 6 p.m., Mass College of Art and Design will be hosting its senior design students in an incredible showcase and runway fashion show of all of their works from over the years and over this past year in particular. This will be a wonderful chance to sort of meet new and upcoming artists and designers, maybe even get some interesting fashion ideas before they hit the expensive racks at Neiman Marcus. But definitely go check that out. There's going to be a wonderful after party in the area also, so you get to see some of the students in Boston and see some of the beautiful things that they're creating. Third on our list, we have Brush and Blade Part 2. Now, if you didn't get a chance to check out Part 1, this was an incredible combination of arts between two wonderfully prominent artists in Boston, Sandy Poirier and Landon Richmond, both who I'm happy and honored to say have been guests on our show within this past year. So they're going to be at the No Truth Gallery on Newbury Street. Sandy Poirier is the owner of Shag Salon over in South Boston, so they'll be appropriately having what I like to call hair sculptures. They do some incredible things, and sort of pairing that with some of Landon's wonderful works and paintings. So that's going to be May 14th at 7 p.m. You can look at tickets online at the nonotruth.com website, or you can just stop on down there and go in. I'll be there, of course. Come say hi, come see some incredible models walking around with these huge hair sculptures on their head. It's going to be amazing. So if you get a chance, go out and check out some of those things coming up in and around the city over the next couple of weeks. It's always my pleasure to bring to you some of the fun events and happenings that are going on in and around Boston. But without further ado, I'm going to shoot it right back over to Glenn. He has two of our wonderful guests. Back to you, Glenn.
Well, thank you, Val. That was great. I really appreciate all of that. That's great. Val's View is one of our great segments where we get to tell you a little bit about what's going on around the city. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any suggestions for Val's View, you can shoot them off to us at our Facebook page after you've liked us. It'll be nice to see you from there. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to two people who are working feverishly, and this is the week when everything falls together for the Brookline Open Studios. Shuling Chen, right?
Yes.
Hello, Shuling. How are you?
Thank you for having us.
It's nice to meet you. And Peg O'Connell, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for stepping in.
Not a problem.
Someone snap, broke?
You know, you step off a curb incorrectly and
No
bam.
idea what would happen. Oh, I'm
know.
sorry to hear that. But thank you so much for coming
You
in
are
and
welcome.
joining us. Brookline Open Studios is one of the staples in this part of the country, in this part of New England, as far as open studios. You're celebrating an anniversary this year. How long have you been at it?
Brookline Open Studios started in 1986,
That's amazing.
making this our 30th year.
Well, congratulations. We're
grown-ups now.
You're finally grown-ups? Thank you very. I worked for many years with Rosendale Open Studios. We're still babies over there, only 12 years or so. But it's great to know that the concept of open studios has spread around. Peg, tell us a little bit about open studios. What is an open studios? What's the opportunity?
Open Studios in Brookline, like other regions in the Boston area, it's where artists open their doors to their studios or their homes, or they get together into a group space and they show off their artwork to the general public. It's free for the general public. In Brookline, it's an all artist, all volunteer organization. And it's a really great time to go out and see different kinds of art, buy different kinds of art.
Sure, absolutely.
And meet the artists in person.
I think that's one of the concepts that I really enjoy is the fact that people are getting to go inside people's workspace where they actually are creative. Maybe there might be something still wet there. Maybe the artist will be in the process of doing some kind of work there, or some. I think that and meeting the artist, of course, is so important. Shuleng, you're not only an artist in Open Studios, but you've also involved your business in this year's adventure.
This year, I was extremely happy that about the steering committee.
Yeah.
The steering committee, in its very infancy, maybe more than half a year ago, was a very, very motivated steering committee. And I'm very proud to say that I was the first sponsor to go on board. I didn't have to be asked, because somehow these, Peg, Sheryl Williams, Mary, Karen, they wanted to make this a special one.
Right.
And I could feel it. And so I wanted to give them a chance not to even to ask me. I said, okay, put me on board.
Yeah, let's go.
Put me on board.
But you're a participating artist as well.
I am, because, about 2 months ago, when I saw that there were quite a few artists, we have many more artists this year than in the past years, you feel this momentum and this excitement building, and several of my friends said, why don't you show too? So I thought, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
So enjoy it from both sides of the
That's great.
event.
Peg, how many artists are participating this year?
We have over 120 artists participating
fabulous.
this year.
That's fabulous. And there's some, you said that there's some, well, let's get this part over. When is Brookline Open Studios?
Brookline Open Studios is Saturday, April 30th and Sunday, May 1st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, people can go to brooklineopenstudios.com.
That's great. That's great. So what is the percentage of artists that are showing in the public space and showing in their homes?
We have one big group space, Pierce School, and that has 30 artists in it.
Okay.
And then all the other artists are either in smaller group spaces
Yeah.
or showing in their homes.
Showing in their homes. Are there businesses that are opening their business for people to show art in?
There are. Fire Opal,
Oh,
who has
great.
a store in Jamaica Plain and in Brookline, has an artist showing in
That's
their
great.
Brookline store.
I think that's one of the things is it brings the businesses like yours, the businesses and the artists together with the public, because if somebody's showing at Fire Opal, they're going to go and they're going to enjoy the art that they see there, but they're also maybe for the first time being introduced to a business in the community that they may not be familiar with. Now, you both are artists. What kind of, besides fabulous, what kind of artist are you? What kind of artwork?
Awesome.
That's enough said.
I am a photographer, and I
Okay.
still use film.
Good for you.
And
Analog.
I still am an analog, and I use those big cameras that are bigger than my
You have a
head.
handheld light meter?
And a handheld
Yeah,
light
good
meter.
for you. That's great. What about you? What kind of work do you do?
I work with, mine are like paper sculptures. I like to,
Oh,
I
nice.
love paper, and I own a frame shop.
That's helpful.
So, the frame is part of my
Sure,
artwork.
most
So
certainly
it's
is.
paper sculptures in beautiful frames.
Before we get to see some of the work that you brought with you, why don't you tell us what business is it? What's the name of the business and where is it located?
My business is located in Washington Square,
Okay,
where there are some fantastic restaurants, many of whom are our sponsors this year.
that's great.
And it's called Fast Frame.
Fast Frame.
We've been open for 12 years, and very happy to
That's
support
good.
this year's.
That's great.
Open-
The different
open studio
mediums that are
artists.
going to be shown, is there sculpture? Is there, obviously we're going to have some oilists and watercolors and stuff,
Photography,
photographers.
oil painting,
Yeah.
mixed media.
Right. And we have a group, Studios Without Walls, that
Yeah.
along the Muddy River, they're going to have outdoor sculptures
Ah,
that
beautiful.
people can interact with these
Oh,
sculptures.
great. Any rock and roll?
This year, we haven't.
Next
Next year. That's an idea
Next
for
year.
next year.
Call me next year. We'll get some rock and roll over for you. You brought some pieces in for us to look at. Why don't we
Yes.
take a look at them? They'll be on the screen right here, and you
Okay.
can walk us through what we're looking at.
This is an oil painter named John Amberg. He works in an abstract style. He will be showing in a yoga studio called Inner Space, right near the Brookline Village Tea Stop.
Okay.
This is a wonderful artist named Martin R. Anderson. He'll be at a home studio near the Brookline High School, but he does photography. This is a paper collage. He does collages, pen and ink, photography.
Great.
This is a wonderful artist named John Bassett. He takes recycled wine glasses.
That's fabulous.
And what he does is he goes rummaging for old window panes, and he puts the recycled glass.
That's great. Does he kiln them down? Does he burn them?
It's
melt them
called
down?
slumping, and I'm not really sure what slumping means, but I think people need to go see John Bassett to find
Yes,
out.
I think you're right. Yes. Okay. Oh, jewelry too.
Jewelry
Great,
too. This
great.
is a Swedish, not Swedish, Danish artist who named Hanna Bernstein, and she does the old Nordic knitting on all her jewelry. And this is
Oh,
a
what a
wonderful
beautiful watercolor. That's
watercolorist, Winnie
Brines.
Brines, and she'll be showing at the Pierce School, which is
Winnie
the
Brines.
Winifred Brines.
I know Winnie. I know Winnie.
You do?
Yes.
From Northeastern?
Yes.
She was, yes, a sociology
That's
professor emeritus.
great.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Ooh, and this might be a little blurry, but this is one of Shulan's.
This is one of your pieces?
Yes.
Beautiful. What are they? Okay, oh, never mind.
And,
You'll have to go and talk to her at her studio to find out.
and this is Gateway Arts. Gateway Arts is an organization that helps, I'm going to say this politically incorrect, handicapped people become more mobile through art.
Okay.
It's a wonderful initiative.
No, it
Yes.
sounds amazing. We have time
And
for
they
one
do-
more. Do we have one more in there to look at?
And this
Oh,
is a
look at
ceramicist
this.
named Marcela Klikova, and she is showing in the Coolidge Corner area of
That's
Brookline.
fantastic. I do have my ending question. Is it a walkable open studios this year?
It is a very walkable open studios, and 30 out of the 32 sites are within a 5-minute walk from a tea stop.
Oh, that's excellent. So, but if I brought my bike with me or something, I could bike through and.
The best
you
way. The
Yeah.
best way to circulate
best-
by
best-
bike. Unless you want to buy something and lug it back.
But the artists are very nice. They will
They'll let me
bring
come
it-
back and pick it up later, I'll
Right,
bet.
or they might even deliver it to you.
Ladies, I want to thank you. Number
Thank you.
one, I want to thank you for all of the work you're doing for the artists of Brookline
Thank
and
you.
for the artists of New England. I can't tell you how many people ask me, how do I get my work out there? Who should I talk to, Glenn, and all of that. And I always say to them, find the organization in your community that's doing open studios, and you're going to run into a class of people that are really going to work hard for you. And I want to say thank you for all of them.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Yes.
being here. And why don't you come back again? Let's not be a stranger, and we'll talk about your work specifically next time.
Oh,
Come and
well,
see us
definitely.
next time.
I come and see you next time.
No, come and see us
No,
this
don't
weekend.
sit,
Come
don't
and see
go.
us this weekend.
I'm playing this weekend, but I'll try and get
Oh,
out there
okay.
Sunday. Thank you
All right.
very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Listen, gang, you're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. Don't go away, because Terry Kitchen will be right up. Remember, that open studios over in Brookline is this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, the last day and the first day of this month and next month. Make sure you get over there and join it. I'm sure that there's plenty of signage, you'll know where to go. And if you go to brooklineopenstudios.com, is that the
Yep,
right? Yeah,
that's the
there
right
you'll get
place.
all the information you need. So listen, we're going to take a small, very quick break, and we'll be back with the great Terry Kitchen. Please do not go away. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. It's my great pleasure at this time to reintroduce and to introduce to some of you out there, good friend, singer, songwriter, Rosendale's own Terry Kitchen. Hello, Terry.
All right.
How
Nice
are
to
you,
see you.
buddy? It's
I'm
good to
good.
see
I'm
you.
good.
Thank you for coming in and spending a couple of minutes with us.
Sure.
You have been writing and singing and playing for years around the area. How do you keep it going, Terry? How do you...
Well, some people keep a diary, and I've always just written songs. I started writing songs when I was in 4th grade. I don't think I really peaked until junior high, but it's just something I've always done. So if there's some issue that I'm concerned about, or some situation that just makes me think, oh, I want to work that out. The way I work it out in my head and in my heart is by writing a song about it.
So music to you has become pretty like a way of letting loose and getting some feelings out, and it's not just it's not just I'm going to sit and write a song today. You kind of got to get hit by something to have it happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that works that way, because I know a lot of cats that can sit down and bang out 3 or 4 chords and throw some words together and consider that a song, But when it's coming from the heart and when it's something that you really feel about, I think that's really, really important.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you got any gigs coming up? I like this gig here. Can we get this? Get a shot of this?
Yeah, that's my new CD.
The new CD coming out. Very, very exciting.
It's called The Post-American Century.
And it's Urban Campfire Productions, right?
Right here in Rosendale.
Right here in Rosie.
Yeah.
With 2 S's.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight that battle until I'm doing it all by myself, I'm sure. But thank you very much. Do you have any other gigs coming up that we need to know about?
Sure. A week from Saturday, May 7th, I'm going to be singing at the Somerville Armory up on Highland Avenue. It's a great little room. We'll be up in the cafe, and it's going to be me and Mark Cutler from the band The Schemers, who are our rock and roll bands did gigs together back in the 80s. They won the Rumble.
The old B&N Rumble.
Like 1984 or so. And so they're, he's a great songwriter, and he's also kept going. And then
That's
also
good.
Kristen Maxwell coming up from New York City.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, listen, enough of this jibber jabber. I think what we're here to do is to listen to some of your music. Sit back and relax, folks. I think you're going to really enjoy this. It's a pleasure and an honor always to have Terry Kitchen here in the audience.
Thank
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax. You can enjoy this. Terry
Thank you so
Kitchen.
much.
I never was the kind to get homesick. I could go away for weeks at a time, lose myself in a new place. Anywhere's just seemed to suit me fine. Well, even when I got my own apartment, it was just the place. I stopped to change my clothes, 4 bare walls and a ceiling. Not the kind of place you long to go. Now everything is inside out. Home is what I dream about. When I'm awake, it's always on my mind. These roots are coming slow. It's harder now to go. There's so much more to home I leave behind. There's coffee in the kitchen every morning, a little yard, a picket fence, a mortgage and a cat, tomatoes from the garden every August. I like to mow my lawn, imagine that. Now everything is inside out. Home is what I dream about. When I'm awake, it's always on my mind. These roots are coming slow. It's harder now to go. There's so much more to home I leave behind. So darling, leave the light on, and I'll be home tonight. Everything is inside out. Home is what I dream about. When I'm awake, it's always on my mind. These roots are coming slow. It's harder now to go. There's so much more to home I leave behind. There's so much more to home I leave behind. There's so much more to home I leave behind. I'm going to do another tune off the new CD, and this is called Sequel, and it's a waltz. So out in your living rooms, feel free to dance along. And we've got a nice little dance floor right here. Glenn, don't be shy. I think we timed it just right, she said as she held out a hand to the warm August breeze. Well, I said you're crazy, just look at this traffic. We should have left Sag Harbor an hour ago. Oh, that's not what I meant and you know it. Besides, when the sun's on the water, it's so hard to go. Oh, Walter, I meant you and me. Through no fault of our own, we were born on the crest of a wave. Oh, we lived our lives with the wind at our back, blown free from the summer of love to the winter of HIV. Now nothing's free. Feels like we're refugees in this post-American century. Oh, Cat, you're thinking too much. There was never a plan, we just did it one day to the next. We were passing Shea Stadium at 10 miles an hour. Well, I said nothing good lasts, just ask the Mets. Well, I thought I caught her smiling. For a second we were young, and I fell in love again. Oh, Walter, I'm worried this time. This hurricane business, it's just the edge of the storm. Oh, our grandkids should hate us for not banning fracking. Oh, what will we tell them after everything's washed to sea? Just a memory. And they're refugees in this post-American century. This post-American century. Oh, Cat, why not close your eyes? Tomorrow is chemo, and you know how tired you get. But she shook her head, said, no, I'm not missing. The skyline at sunset is still as good as it gets. I told her I would wake her. I hummed a lullaby, and I just let her be. Just watched her sleep through this post-American century. This post-American century. This post-American.
Well, aside from my own CD, I've got a track coming out on a compilation of Rolling Stones songs. A lot of local musicians who are big Rolling Stones fans all got together and covered our favorite Stones tunes. So I'm going to do my very favorite Mick and Keith song. And please sing along right in our studio audience. Don't be shy. It's, I think, the prettiest song that Mick and Keith ever wrote. Well, she would never say where she came from. Well, yesterday don't matter if it's gone. Well, while the sun is bright or in the darkest night,
no one knows. She comes and goes. Well, goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Well, still I'm gonna miss you. Don't question why she needs to be so free. She'll tell you it's the only way to be. She just can't be chained to a life where nothing's gained and nothing's lost. It's such a cost. Well, goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Well, still I'm gonna miss you. Well, there's no time to lose, I heard her say. Well, catch your dreams before they slip away. Dying all the time will lose your dreams and you will lose your mind. Life unkind. Well, goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Well, still I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you when you change with every new day? Still I'm gonna miss you.
Terry, that was beautiful.
Oh,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
That was really great. Listen, that album that you're talking about from Low Budget Records, you were on the Beatles one.
Yep, and the Monkeys one.
And the Monkeys one. It's something that we've done together for many years now. Congratulations and thank you for being here. Good luck with the new album.
Thank you.
We're going to get you on WBCA and see if we can't get you to do
All right.
some
Thank you.
stuff with us. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
That was wonderful.
We should have danced, I know.
We should have. I was thinking that you didn't even.
We should have danced around Terry. It would have been fun to do. Yeah, we'll get it done before you go. So, how was that? That was pretty good. That was interesting, huh?
Yeah, I got a chance. I got a chance to, read a little bit about Post American Century while Terry was performing, and it's incredible. There's so many layers to it. There's so much depth to it. So much of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, like he described, he said that he's the
beautiful.
kind of songwriter that needs to be affected by something, So it's a true documentation of Americana, what's going on in the world today around
Absolutely.
here. So, and it's like he called it his journal,
Yeah.
kind of like thing. So that's pretty cool,
And I think that's so important, and I feel like that gets lost a lot in songwriting nowadays. And to see someone still stick so true to that that meaning and that definition.
Well, that
of what
whole
an
thing
American
about
is.
having to be under the thumb of a record company, you have to push this out, push this out, push this out. So many of us, like Terry, have our rooms to work in, and we get to work at our own pace. So it's kind of a cool thing.
That was such a treat. I'm so glad that.
Yeah, you got anything coming up this week? You're coming out to see me on Saturday?
I am.
Good.
Yep.
We're going to be at the Right Turn out
Watertown,
in
right?
Watertown.
Yep.
I'm going to be doing a solo performance there, opening up for Twig, which is
That's
a
exciting.
big tweak, which is Phil Kaplan, Phil Roy Kaplan, David Roy Kulick, and Sam Kulick. They've got a combo thing going. They're going to rock the place out. But I'm going to do my Terry Kitchen impersonation.
Do some
sit and play my guitar and sing
Yep.
some love songs. So,
Ruby Tuesday?
yeah, I wouldn't touch it after that. I wouldn't touch
That's
it.
hard to follow, I'd say.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being here.
you.
Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot. It's a great show. Lots of fun having you here. Remember, you can check this show out in a couple of days at our YouTube station, which is It's All About Arts and the number 1. And while you're on the computer doing that, why don't you make sure you like us over at Facebook, right?
Yes, find us on Facebook. We'll post this
Yes.
episode and some awesome stuff that's going on
There's
around
lots
the
of
city.
things going on around the city. Listen, get out there and do something artful for yourself. And like we like to say every week, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles on foreign soil. Please get out there, do something artful and creative for them. And we'll see you next week, right?
We'll catch you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.